Alrighty. Welcome. This is Punnin, Otter, and we are back with some more BluePrince. Where the heck is my notebook? There it is. I will say ahead of time. I know I promised to do look back in my last stream in order to make sure I get all of the notes that I think I missed. But I got a bit distracted all around, so unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do this based off of what notes I do have and my own memory. Also, sleep has been kind of interesting, so I've been getting enough sleep, but at the same time, I feel like I should be getting more. So I don't know how today's gonna go, but we'll. Oh, I'm a bit quiet. Give me a second. Bah. Bah. Also, why the oh, I forgot my avatar. I knew I was forgetting something. Give me a second. There's my face. Okay, Amok, it might be on you because I'm looking at my capture. If I put it any higher, it would start peaking. In any case. But this week has been an interesting week, and I'm just looking forward to playing more BluePrince and acting more like an unhinged conspiracy theorist. So, without further ado, let's get started. Day 8. So, last we left off, we actually managed to make it quite far. We made it close to we actually made it right outside of the antechamber, and also unlocked the west gate path. So, we got quite a bit done last time. Only in 8 days, too. So, first things first, I do have the terminal codes, and I want to see if I can get the bunker or something else from this. If I could get the trading post too, that would also be nice. Ooh. Yeah. Let's do the shelter. Hi there! Welcome to the stream. Right now I'm about to log into the network because I managed to get the password last time. So, if I remember correctly, the password was Swan Song. A moment. But welcome to the stream. I just realized you were live as I threw you a DM on Discord. Apologies about that. No worries, okay? I'm playing BluePrince. It is a puzzle-based roguelike. It's basically a huge, It's basically just one big conspiracy at this point. I swear, it's a rabbit hole and a half. Wait, how? Maybe there are different terminal password lengths? Hmm. Yeah, so for context, this game is a roguelike, meaning that every time I enter, the layout changes. And my goal is to try and make it to the last room of the mansion by basically building a pathway to it. There are puzzles along the way that I can solve in order to try and help myself progress further or get extra bonuses and stuff. So, for example, let's go closet, actually. I could use items right away. Where's the second item? The shoes? Occasionally save steps when traveling longer distances across. That is fantastic to get right away. Hey, Blazin! Glad you could show up. Glad you could pop in, I mean. I actually figured out how to do this, so I am gonna do this really quickly. I actually figured out how to do that. He's another streamer that does some really interesting content. I would encourage people to check him out. Yeah, of course. I just figured out how to do that. Sorry I haven't done that before. Okay, I want to actually make progress. So, we're not gonna be sticking around. The den, yes, I want the den. I actually have a thought. So let's see. I have a bit of a theory. So that, the vaults, the vault within the, bunker, it says that I have to have the time an hour. The time does move. Okay. Oh. Okay, the time actually does move. You can see it very slowly. So, that means that if I figure out what time it is now and then put it back into the bunker. But the thing is, what do I put as the date? That's my question. What do I put as the date? Because I highly doubt it is the date that it is outside of the game. Because why the heck would they put clocks like this in the game? So my guess is there has to be a calendar somewhere in this game. There has to be a calendar somewhere. 3 gems, magnifying glass, shovel, set of gems. I'm already locked out from this path, so... Yeah, no, I can try definitely later on. I'll grab the, It's a shame that I can't. Box next to this one contains the gems. Both boxes next to them. Alright, I already know which one it is. So, this one is false, obviously, because this one, it can't be true. Which means that this one is true. Box next to this box contains the gems, meaning that this one is the answer. There we go, simple. I wonder, is there a calendar in here in the bedroom? I would assume there's a calendar. No. There's no calendar in the bedroom, of course. I wonder what happens if I try to enter the chapel without coin. Oh, right, I'm sheltered. That means I don't get affected. Corridor? I swear, this is the most convoluted pathway that... Oh my freaking god, this is annoying. I think I'm already screwed. So might as well go with the lavatory, see what's in here. I've never been in this room. I swear, if there's an... Lucky rabbit's food. Greater chances of finding an item. Huh. Okay, office. There has to be a calendar in here. Right? Excuse me? The antechamber lever is in the greenhouse is broken again. I don't think there's enough time to put in another order before Simon arrives. So just make sure the west and east levers are operational. Oh! Okay. That's actually huge. So the greenhouse actually has a spot where the broken lever goes. That's actually really huge. Okay. Checks will be placed in each of the staff members' rooms, including servants' quarters, maid chamber, current estate. There we are. Connecting to network. I got it. I got it. Staff services. Punch in and out. Staff announcements. Request schedule. Special orders. As of November 4th, all work has suspended and all domestic staff have been placed on extended leave, according to Miss Babbage. Staff announcements. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. If you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Disabled as of November 4th. Brand of gum or your favorite fruit and commissary is now taking special orders for all members. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna order a brass. Other active view active terminals. This is huge. Electronic mail. Date, November 1st, 1993. Subject, next week. Sir, you have not left me any instructions for the following week, and you know how much I hate leaving critical plans up until the last minute. As soon as you decide to on definite plans for the holidays, please pass a message on to me. Either through Hartley, who's valeting for you this weekend, or if you absolutely insist, through this confounded electronic typewriter. And Babbage. Gabe, yes, that is correct functionality. Also, when you are out here next week, please test that the correct sequence is. Okay, hang on. Fuse box. Off. Blue. Green. White. Red. Purple. We got something else. We just wanted to let you know that the changes you requested to your will have been implemented and notarized, and your premonition, God forbid, should ever bear fruit. Rest assured that your plans will be executed down to the last detail. The vac indicator lights installed per instructions have been turned on. However, it should be noted that the white indicator is only displayed after syncing all 6 indicators to purple. If this is not the desired functionality, okay. Hey, Red Diamond. Welcome. I'm just writing down some notes really quickly. Give me a second. Okay. So we got some huge news from this. Data transfers. Data transfers from Syncna are currently not available. Glossary of terms. Contraption. Workshop is a useful room in which you can experiment trying out different combinations of inventory items. Unique and new contraption. A dead end is any room lacking a secondary doorway. Adjoining. Rooms are considered adjoined. Occasionally you may find piles of dirt on these dig spots. These dig spots, often found in the green rooms, can be dug up with the help of a shovel and may contain hidden items. Floor plans that are hidden from view after drafting archives are considered archived floor plans. The directory contains all detailed information for all rooms on the estate you have drafted. You may access the directory at any time from the system menu or by pressing R. One of the most common types of rooms, bedrooms, are typically used for resting and regaining steps and are identifiable by the violet borders on their floor plan. In the commissary, players may find the arcade cabinet for the popular game Dirigate Blocks. To the dismay of board members of the staff, the cabinet has not been in working order for the last several years. Okay, so that's something that isn't available yet. Occasionally dirt, you may find piles of... Okay, yeah. Drafting. Passing. Call it a day. Checked item draft pool. Okay, I have a couple of ideas. Are the 9 rooms that border the very right edge of the house? Okay, never mind. That didn't actually give me much. Can create experimental house features by selecting the trigger and effect. Gems, keys. Alright, doesn't seem like there's anything interesting here. I swear though, why would they put this here? Mechanical network, outer room, permanent. Rank, rarity, redraw, red room, terminal, stars, spread, special items, special floor plan. More frequency, the more higher up rank in the house. Trunk, tomorrow, upgrade, west path. Charming path that winds through the wooded area that runs alongside the west wing of the house. This path can be accessed from both the garage and the west gate, which is usually kept latched and locked. Okay, why does the glossary exist? That's... Well, let's upgrade a floor plan. Found on the upgrade disk. You will now have a chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Okay, that's interesting. Hey, Pench. God damn it, Belle. You really had to highlight a message for that? Really? Ay, Dios. Yeah, no, I made a stupid bet with Belle. If that happens, I will consider playing Date Everything, okay? Mind you, I'm asexual and... I don't know, like, I don't even know why I even made the... Why I even made the bet in the first place. I already regret it. I already regret it. I'm stuck between bedroom and hallway closet. Let's go bedroom. Huh? Wait. Wait. Shit. I had notes for this. Where is it? Nine, 0, 8, 3. Three, 8, 0, 9. Nope. Please check if any books matching these titles are available for purchase in Reddington. Flight of the Queen, March of the Count, Fall of the Lord, Passing of the Barons, Herrings of the Major. Had a little trouble reading the Baron's writing, so I'm not sure if the last title is intended to be hearings or herrings. But knowing Herbert, I suspect either would be suitable. Are there any books here? Why the heck would they have that note there? Dragon, you already joked once about nuclear bunker. Don't joke about the nuclear bombs, I swear. I swear it's gonna come true. Okay, maybe the Nook has a calendar. Nope. That does remind me. What is... Yeah, no. Because I have the code now, I can basically activate the terminal from any point in the house, so long as I have access to the bunker when I start the run. Yeah. I can access all of the terminals remotely now. The shovel allows me to dig on any dirt patches that exist. Yeah, no, I'm already locked out this run. So time to call it a day already. Shortest run ever, but we did learn a huge amount. Honestly, I'd rather a short run where I learn a ton rather than a long run where I don't learn anything. And the fact that in such a short run, I managed to get quite a massive amount of information. I don't know. I don't know if there's a time limit actually. Curious, what does the hovel have? Notice of termination. Dear Mr. Ravane, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular have deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You're required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring that all tools and equipment belonging to the state are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and services, and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Anne Babbage, House Manager. A loom. Some pots and pans. Anything else? No. Nothing. Oh, hello. Hello. What? Excuse me? What? What? Okay. Okay. Blue fire. Great. That's normal. That's totally normal on an estate like this. That's totally normal. Definitely not something to be concerned about. I have I'm gonna be honest, Diamond. I have no freaking idea. Basically, I'm supposed to get to the end of the house and make it inside of here. A very locked room that no one seems to have any way of entering. Okay? Basically, I'm supposed to build a path starting from the entrance hall all the way around the house up until I make it to the antechamber. The problem is that the antechamber is completely locked, meaning I'm supposed to find some way to open the antechamber while also making a path over there. I found out in the previous day that in the greenhouse there is a broken lever that if I get a hold of the item for the broken lever, I should be able to actually make it inside. So basically my goal is either finding a way to here while also having access to the broken lever and the greenhouse to enter the antechamber, or finding some other way inside. One way that I do think of involves the bunker, which I do not have this time because I got the outer room of being the hovel. So, there's a lot of different things hidden in this game that are just hidden in plain sight that you don't even think about. It's really interesting. Already with the den, that is actually huge. Any extra items? Any extra items? No extra items. Alright, so it seems like every day we're starting roughly around 6, 7, 8 p.m.? Or 8 a.m. That's good to keep track of. Already the office. Oh, but costs 6 steps. I'd rather not. West Wing Hall. I started otter time. This corridor is always left unlocked. Greater chance of finding items in green rooms. Yeah, no, I wouldn't mind spending that for the veranda. And there's a dirt patch, which I can't get right now. There's 2 dirt patches. Never mind, I can get it! Dick. And it paid back. Nice. I got my steps back in kind. Anything over in the veranda? Doesn't seem like it. It's locked. Alright, parlor time. Truths and lies. 2 statements are false. All 3 statements are false. That one's obviously false. The gems are in a box with a false statement. Alright. So 2 statements are false. This one is obviously false. This one has to be true. Because if it... This one has to be true, because if it was false, then this would make this true. And both of these would be... Yeah, no. This one has to be the one that's correct. Yeah. I swear, I sounded like a madman trying to explain that. I felt like a madman explaining that. I didn't explain it, that's the thing. Charcoal gives grilling a very interesting taste, I will say that. It isn't necessarily my favorite taste. It depends on what's being cooked, in my opinion. A nice steak over a charcoal grill, depending on the steak and depending on how it's cooked, can be fantastic. Gives it a nice... It gives it a nice, like, crisp flavor. That... Especially if you have something sweet on the meat. It gives it more of a... It gives it more of, like, a caramelized flavor that just really works. Banana. Do I want to use my key? Sure, let's use the key. Not even worth picking up. Do I actually pick it up? No, I don't. Okay. Another turnip. I can't even open that door, so might as well go here. Oh. Alright. Got some extra coins. Do I want to do this now already? Yes, I do. Wait, why isn't it not allowing me to... Oh! Oh! Okay! Off blue, green, white, red, purple. I have to make it all purple though. There we go. Got the first one down. And I already screwed it up. Okay. Okay. This is gonna take a moment, I'm sorry. Okay. So, blue, green... Oh, off, blue, green, white. This one becomes red. Oh. 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 First off, I'm gonna turn these off, turn that on. And also turn back on the security system because I don't have access to. Yo, hang on, what? Gemstone Cavern has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with 2 gems. Ayo! That is actually huge. Okay, okay. That is actually very huge. I have 8 coins, so might as well go to the commissary. Compass. Key. Right, I want the compass actually. Anything in here? Anything at all? Doesn't seem like there's any items of note. Of course, that isn't great. Hey, Razzo! The security room! Security room! I'm making massive progress. Okay, hang on. Be right back. Stomach is acting up. I will be right back. Sorry about that. Yeah, no, Quinn. I yearn for the mines, apparently. There we go. Sorry about that. I needed to go to the restroom. Keycard system, view estate inventory. Anything else in here? Oh, there's a coin. Alright, so I have 21 steps. The courtyard is locked. However, I can go back here to the utility closet, turn it off, and gain access to the northern parts through here. It's just, I do need the foundation. What? There's a lever up there. There's a lever up there and that bothers me. What is down there? Convenient notion, non-compliant hold to fall down. Walk-in closet, I get 4 items. Oh, screw it. I'm gonna regret it. Safe deposit key. But I didn't see any safety deposit boxes. Oh, I'm starting to run low on steps. Give me a turn up. Damn it. I am running low on steps. Give me a bedroom or something. I'm gonna regret this, but I need to see this through. I have the safety deposit key. Draft pool is your deck of potential floor plans. Each time you draft 3 random floor plans are drawn from the draft pool. You select from specific floor plan made to prefer. Floor plans added to the draft pool are removed at the end of the day, unless otherwise stated. No running. Okay, I actually do need the kitchen. Also, this is a really shitty pool, if I'm being honest. This feels like you can easily break your neck in it. Okay. I have the kitchen now. Which means I can buy food. Okay. No longer about to run out of, steps. Still low, but... Let's go bedroom. Magnifying glass as well. That's nice. Is there anything else in here? I swear. Anything on the bookshelves? Nothing on the bookshelves. Back to the security room. How many stars do you have in the observatory? I have 3. I would have gotten the observatory, but I needed this. I needed the steps. So I can go all the way back to the courtyard. Let's redraw it. See what I get. Hey! Okay, do I want wine cellar, though? I've never gotten wine cellar before. Let's do observatory. Keys for sale, pump room. Okay, now I'm starting to get a bit freaked out. Why is there a pump room here? Okay. Three pumps. Fountain, reservoir, aquarium, kitchen, greenhouse. Something needed water from the pump room to work. Yeah, no, I remember, but... Ah... There's no instructions in here, it seems. Oh, wait. Here we are. Water source selection. So... Tank 2 switch. Okay. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Tank 5. No, 4 is from tank 2. From 1. There we are. Well, I felt the greenhouse, the aquarium, and the pool. Don't know what that's supposed to do, to be honest, at the moment. I could try draining the pool. I won't have enough steps, though, if I do that. Might as well just go with draining the pool, then. I gotta commit to the bit. So tank 1 goes to 5 and 3. do I fill this up, though? Okay, how do I drain the green? I'm gonna be honest, I think I screwed up the puzzle. Wait, hang on. I think I can fix this actually. Give me a moment. There we go. We drain that some more. Fill that some more. And with that, we drain the pool. I'm also gonna run out of steps. It's just a bunch of coins. Are you kidding me? Wait. Wait. We're back in the game. We're back in the game. Which means I actually have enough steps to make it back to the courtyard. That was a good call, Dragon. That was a really good call. Thank you for that. All right. That should now be open. This is gonna be cutting it close. I gotta see what the servants' quarters has. The broken lever! There are 12 major keys. Huntley, I know we spoke often of this day, and I don't think there's anything I can say to of the past 40 years that I haven't already attempted to tell you in numerous times in the past. Have stated gratitude, always interrupted with tactful and polite repudiations from you. I had always known this final letter could give me the perfect opportunity to finally express myself uninterrupted by you and unfettered by social graces, but I don't feel the inclination to say aloud what has always been unsaid between us. With my passing, I release you from your post and service to Sinclair family, and implore you to live the remainder of your years on your own terms, as scary and unfamiliar as the concept that may be to you. Besides, I think a more junior valet would be better situated to meet the needs of young Master Simon. To that end, if you wish, you may stay as long enough to oversee the training and establishment of your successor in their post, but as soon as he or she has the lay of the land, my instructions for you to quit must be satisfied. Yeah. Ignoring what I imagine your objections might be after reading this, I have decided to leave you the lake house in Transdale to you and your family. My lawyers have all the details of the gift and will be contacting you shortly about the particulars. For the past 4 decades, you have served willingly as a subject and victim to my many whims, games, and riddles, and so rest assured, unlike my nephew, you will not be put to yet another challenge to prove yourself worthy in this matter. The house is yours without strings or stipulations. I had for a time gleefully entertained the notion of employing Anne as the house manager of your new residence, but I knew the humor of such a prank would be entirely lost on you. To say nothing of her. Until we meet again, Herbert. Master bedroom, guest room. Well, I'm 4 steps away. It was something needing the furnace. Ugh. Please give me something I can use. Oh, I'm gonna have to say, I think this is it. We got far. We got very far. The hovel is what killed me. Yeah, no, Darkroom is definitely the game ender. However, I think the hovel is actually what screwed me over more here. I will say, though, I am gonna waste a few extra steps this time. and see what my new room has. Yes, I'm visiting the mine. I'm yearning for the mine. Don't worry. Should be over here. Oh, hang on. What did someone do? Oh, thank you for the follow, Falling Coffee. Uh, I really appreciate it. Anyways, here is the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're gonna need more than 2 of this, especially if we're gonna limit excavating to 2 stones per day. I was told by the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk structural integrity of the cave walls, so I suppose we'll have to adhere to his expert opinion, at least for now. It's no worry, Falling Coffee. I appreciate it either way. We managed to remove all but 1 minecart from the old tunnels, 2 of which were too rusted and worn down to be of any use up here. So Dave went ahead and made the call to scrap them. I'm not sure that the foreman is going to be happy about that, but hopefully you can smooth it over. Now there's still 1 more cart down there, but it's locked on a short track and it's way too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage. So I suggest someone move it from the other side if they can get over there. The boss informed us that there are 2 other ways into the site from that side, but I think we're gonna leave that for someone to finish up if the old mine really wants it done. So there are 2 paths to the old mine. Wait, hang on. We got a second flame. But what does it mean? Screw you and your cryptic puzzles. Oh shit, that's quite a big bug. What the fuck? Sorry, bug is flying around in my room. It's down there. I feel as though I need 2 more. And wherever they are, it's outside. Do wonder what happens if you drain the fountain, but I didn't have enough steps to get there. God, I'm wasting so many steps, but this better be worth it. Please. Excuse me? What the fuck? Why is there a tomb here? Pench, don't even joke like that. Uh... Each of your journeys comes to a conclusion here in the tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end, or is it? Of course it isn't. There's gonna be a secret door here. Where is the secret door? I don't know. It could be anywhere. Probably in here. But I can't open that. Oh. Yeah, the candles might be a puzzle too. The thing is, I don't see... I couldn't interact with them. It's probably more the statue. Okay, it's the statues. Open only in the event of my death. Just a reminder, I set a challenge with Pun and God damn it. Did you really set the reminder and pinned it? Bell. God damn it. Anyways, Simon. So here's where it all ends, at least for me. And of all of the picturesque places of this grand estate, I chose this dreary, dank dungeon to be laid to rest. And the same dim, somber fate fell upon my father and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there is no stronger bond of servitude than tradition. And family tradition? 3 is strong. These are chains that seldom bend and never break. And I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth, we were gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life at the sake of our own? Oh, how I wish to have been buried beneath the great oak overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods of the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds the trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in this sunless hollow? And a morbid example, this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you. If reading this letter within these damp halls plants you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend it, if not break these chains, then I would cherish this tomb more than oak, and sycamore and spruce, more than the wondrous woods and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this sepulture as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric. And to, in turn, as recompense for the freedom this granted you, commit yourself to be buried here within this mausoleum of dreams, and when the day comes to write your own letter to inspire the next generation that follows in footsteps, as is tradition, Herbert S. Sinclair. Huh. Okay, this is obviously where the door is gonna open. Okay. So, rows of 4. Are there 4 statues? 1, 2, 3. Maybe if I... How many statues are there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna try activating every angel, see what happens. Let's try that. Check to see if the statues change the candles. Doesn't seem like the statues are changing the candles. Let me try raising. No, they're not changing the candles. Yeah, no. I'm trying to figure out how to visualize the pattern, though. That's the thing. Because there's less angels than there are. Yes, Lizard, I know that this game sounds like BluePrince. That's the joke. I have a feeling I should return here with a shovel, because there's a lot of dig spots. There's a lot of dig spots in this tomb, and I feel as though that might actually help. I don't know, call it a hunch. Five coins appear here at every dead end. Yeah, no. Maybe the coins are actually the clue. Maybe as more coins show up, it reveals which ones, which statues actually require me to activate. Oh, we already got one dead end. Got an apple. Courtyard. Do I want a courtyard already? Courtyard might actually give me... Hey, Sephi! Glad you could make it. Courtyard gave me a shovel. There we go. Okay, so we got a shovel. So at the end of this, we can get another... we can head over to the tomb. Let's do this. More coins. That's what I was hoping for. Okay. Just looking to make sure there's no... Okay, we're making actually good progress. Right. So we need the boiler room to activate this. However, we can do this. Yeah, no, it's not water. It's the boiler room. Each time I eat an apple, add a small chest, gain 3 gold for each red room. Gain 1 key for every hallway in your house. For every 2 hallways in your house. How many hallways do I have? I have 2 hallways right now. The hallway one might actually be huge. A steam room before? No, I have not. Although, I might as well have, because I like to take some really hot showers and baths. Oh, we playing Fallout on this game? In this game? No, if only. When drafting, if you draw a drawing room floor plan, each time you unlock a door, bypass a security door. And basically, I only need 1 key now. I only need to get a hold of 1 key and that's it. Okay. So, I'm gonna be taking a quick break here. I need to go to the restroom again. So, I'm gonna run a really quick ad. Ads were starting soon anyway, so I'll be back very, very soon. I'm back. Sorry about that. Bye, lizard. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's go storeroom because that does add more to the... More to the crypt. And if the... Boiler room... Oh! Wait, I have a gem. I have a gem. That's one of these puzzles. What is this? Yeah, no, that's definitely ideal. I just need to get it over there. Oh! There we go. There we go. Okay. That opens up that. So... Wait, hang on. That opens that. That fills that up. So now I can go around here. Maybe the 3 little gray boxes with blue light around the room. Try to direct steam to them. Yeah, let's try that. That has to go there. I don't know what else I would be able... What else would I be able to do? Because those are supposed to be activating these doors, essentially. Oh, wait, here we go. I got it. Okay, that isn't powering. Okay, now I see what I'm supposed to do. So, I do this. Regular Jimmy Neutron? What do you mean by that? Okay. Three after 9. Is there any other notes around here that are supposed to help? Yeah, no, I already solved that puzzle. It said 3 after 9. Black Ridge Bridge Grotto. May I access one offline terminal from the network? Oh! Which means... There we go. There we go. Because I have an experiment going on. The radiation... What? Measurement of radiation detect. These readings are often spiked by experiments conducted in Mount Holly Laboratory. Does that spike the radiation? Does pausing it spike it? Of course, it's locked. Great. still have the west hallway one. Oh right, I completely forgot about the tomb. Actually, you know what? I don't have a ton of steps, so I will be making my way back, actually. Because I do have the shovel. Is there anything in here? Gold. Still have that safe there. If only I had a magnifying glass, because I feel as though I could be able to get a hold of that very quickly. Let's see if my theory is true. Right now I have... I only have one dead end, two dead ends. I highly doubt that would be enough. But maybe the shovel will help. Is there any dig spots? Come on. Here's another dig spot. Good call, actually. The chapel may actually have the answer. However, let me at the very least dig up all of the dig spots to make sure there's nothing in them. Because I did notice at the very least 3 dig spots that I could dig up. If I remember correctly. Or not. It was just 2? Could have sworn there was 3. Well, let's hope I can get a... I'll check if the candles changed. Give me a second. They did not. And they did not change position. On the table. Oh, right, I forgot coins. I almost left here with the coin without the coins. Well, there goes my theory, but Barack might have some might have a good point there. I might need to get a hold of the chapel in order to get. It's not from the dead if they're not in front of the actual tombs, okay? Yeah, give me a moment though. I feel as though this is too soon for it to be archaeology. Give me one quick second to send a message to someone. I'm running dangerously low on steps. Thankfully, this gives me back 2. Okay. Yeah, no. I think this one is a bust. God damn it, if I noticed the dice there, I could have re-rolled. Fuck. Yeah, no, I got a permanent unlock out of it. I can't complain too much. Yep, I'm gonna look inside that new room. I would be crazy not to. Thankfully, it's right here. What in the... It feels too short to be binary in my opinion. Yeah, it's way too short to be binary. Did you ever open the door to the ranch-like thing next to your camp? No, I haven't. I doubt this is gonna be the password. Nope. Small data microchip. Looks like it might be able to be plugged in somewhere else. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. No! Alright. Let's try Dragon's idea, though. Might be worth a shot. What spikes radiation in lab? Plugging it into the computer to unlock it. Maybe. I doubt it, though. I didn't see anything that would fit. For that. Is the issue. Nope. That's not it. Well, I'm using up a lot of steps already. I bet next time you enter the outside door, you will find a satanic ritual inside because it seems Grandpa's into a bit of everything. I swear to God, yeah, no, at this rate, I would not be surprised. Grandpa has been into some weird stuff. Who knows, maybe there's gonna be a sacrificial chamber down there. Maybe that's what's in the tomb. Hmm? Classrooms? Yeah, no, we're getting school today. For the last 38 years, it's been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent the afternoons here will be readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small place of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my class those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she has done on behalf of our community and children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision. A vision that I dared not even dream. A dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Miss Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there. Though she's deserved much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. Decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today, whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet, what is peace in the world if you have no one to bestow the merits upon? Oh, holy! Thank you for the raid, Razimith. Okay, I was not expecting a raid. Hello, everyone. I'm Pun and Otter from Pun Fun Otter. I play all sorts of games. On Wednesdays, I tend to play a little bit of whatever. I could be playing more older games or smaller games or more niche indie games. Games that aren't really too familiar to most people. Right now, the current game that I'm playing is called BluePrince. It is a fantastic puzzle game that is also roguelike. Right now, I've been traveling around the entire cavalcade of rooms, to be honest, trying to find a way to the end. Yeah, no, I managed to get a hold of the password for the terminals as well as quite a few of the permanent unlocks. Belle, come on, don't push that on the raiders. Okay, let them enjoy things. Thank you, Barack, for the follow. But yeah, no, I've been making a lot of progress today. I got a lot of the permanent unlocks. In any case, continuing on with the letter, before I lose myself. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young Manners Wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow the merit upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all in the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end? Remember to give Miss Peterson her gift. Thank you for the follow, and thank you for the raid, Razimith. Yeah, no, I have a notebook here. It is being slowly filled. Thank you for the follow, Mimog and Razimith. Seriously, though, thank you for the... There's another one. There's the other one. That's what I was looking for. Hey, Miz. BluePrince is slowly driving me insane in a good way. Also, for the permanent unlocks, I have the West Gate, the Gemstone Cavern, and the Black Bridge Grotto. Yeah, and I have 3 of the flames unlocked. Okay. I might push myself to go a tiny bit longer today. Not too much. Because I do normally end after 3 hours, so... Normally I would end in like 30 minutes, so... Let's go 40, 45. Just... as a thank you for the raid. Seriously. Getting a key right away would actually be good. Because I often find myself locked out of rooms very quickly. Do I want to use this already? Right now I am on day 11. Yeah, no, I've been making quick progress. Oh, that is awesome to hear. Dude, this game has been fantastic. It's been absolute. Discover less common floor plans. Whoa! Ooh, okay. This game has been absolutely tickling my brain in the best ways possible. I absolutely love it. All the lore, all the puzzles, it's just so much, and I love it. Book request form. Books and periodicals within this room will be pulled from available next time you... Fuck! I knew I should have written the books down. Okay, okay, Sightseer's Guide to Reddington sounded... sounds like the one that's the most, familiar, so I'm gonna do that. Additional reading. The house directory is a great resource for information. If you wish to read more about a specific room in your house, press RB to pull up the directory. Oh! That's nice to know. Okay. So I'm only missing 4 rooms there. 5 rooms there. 3 rooms there. 3 rooms there. And I'm only missing 2 of the outer rooms. I'm gonna say this right now, Razimith. The hovel screwed me over. The hovel screwed me so much in the run that I used it. Thank you for the follow, Cinder Shadow. But seriously, it's such a high risk, high reward kind of room. Okay, there has to be something up here. Why would they put staircases up here? Mount Holly records. Temporal records, 5 days, day 11, average day, resources records, steps taken, keys turned. Puzzle records, billiard room. Okay, that's just a records keeping. Yeah, no, it is high risk, high return. You gotta have access to some way to regain those steps. The Mount Holly scrapbook. Wait. Oh, I thought I was onto something. I thought I could see the passcode. Dang it. The patio's not my favorite. Most drafted is bedroom, hallway, then den. Most paid for. Largest purchase. Fair enough. Most avoided floor plans. Bunk room, weight room, root cellar. I just haven't gotten to those. I'm not avoiding them. It's just I didn't have a need for them. Oh, seriously. Oh? shoot. I don't want to lock myself up here just yet. Is there anything in the aquarium? Anything at all? That's adorable. That's one of the doors. There's a dig spot in the aquarium. Why are there dig spots in the aquarium? That's my question. The chapel. Okay. Okay, maybe Barack is onto something. Maybe Barack is onto something. Maybe the statues. And the statues are not having their hands up or down. Wait. No, no. He was onto something. Barack was onto something. Barack, you were onto something. Okay, I'm writing this up now. So, paintbrush is held up. That's a spoon. That's a hoe. Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking at. That looks like a riding whip. Oh, no, wait, they're numbered. Okay. They're numbered. Which means I think I have to push them down in that order. So, the order would be... Hoe is up. Hoe is down first. Scepter is 7. Paintbrush is 5. Spoon is 2. Pitchfork is 3. Riding whip is 6. Duster is 4. Which means whichever one I can't see, which is behind that, must be number 5. Oh, never mind. Paintbrush is 5, right? Yeah, no, that's all 7. Nice call, Brock. So next time that I get the, Dude, I've been recording every single one of my VODs. I do plan on uploading them to YouTube sometime in the future. I don't know when. But I have all of my VODs recorded. I meant to watch my last VOD for this game before playing again today. But I kind of got a bit lazy and got a bit distracted. I mean, heck, I made this much progress in just 2 streams of 3 hours. So I have to be doing something right. Alright, Parlor. Come on. And there's an apple. Neat. Two of these statements are true. The statement on the blue box is true. So if those two stack, that means that both of these are true. Which means the gems are in a box with a true statement, which means that they're not in a box with a true statement, which means that this one has the gems in them. And I'm out of keys and out of options. So, back we go. Give me 1 quick second. I just have a protein shake here that I need to drink a bit. Around the bedroom closet. And let's go veranda. Would be great if I had a sledgehammer. Thanks, Miss. Thank you for dropping by as long as you did. I don't need the steps right now. Always nice to have a key. There we go. Now the question is, do I want to spend that key? Because there's a chest here. And the chest could have something useful. Never punished! Never punished! The den also had another chest. So, let's do this one. And a silver key. Let's go! Let's go silver key here, actually. Have we been to into the antechamber yet? No, but I know how to get in there. It's just I have not been lucky yet. You may draw new floor plans 1 time for each room in your house. Filling each color is only used twice. there anything here? But yeah, no, I haven't been into the antechamber yet, but I have an idea on how to get in there. Problem is getting the correct, getting the correct rooms in order to be able to open up the antechamber door. Why is everyone's favorite color red? Hmm. Let's go. The meal is served. Have an additional 10 if you have an aquarium in your house. And I have an aquarium! I know about this save, but march at the count. Okay. Yeah, no, I did find a nursery, and the fact of the matter is that I read I, the library is in this run. Yes, I already got the first book. After running this process, checks will be placed in each staff member's room. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So that's how that works. Freaky. Library's already... I already used the library this run. So... I don't have any other keys. There's some coins, though. Any coins in here? No coin. No coins. Ah, Dios. 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 I swear I feel like I'm losing my mind. The thing is, that book that that was listed on that was not on the list. I can get the sledgehammer. Wait, I think I'm misremembering. There was no locked box over there. Okay. And I just wasted a bunch of steps. That's okay. That's okay. Back to the entrance hall I go. Yeah, no, if I check the list right now. The book that was listed was March of the Count. And that isn't here. So, my guess is that depending on when I get the library, that list will change depending on what books I'm supposed to order, and I'm supposed to find the correct books that I'm supposed to order. Yeah, no, I have foundation. Right there. And it annoys me because I see the switch up there on the elevator, but I have no idea how to get to it. You're definitely gonna be fun to have in chat. Coin purse. Each time you collect, an extra one in interest. That is nice to have, especially with the rooms that I found already. Package will be delivered here the day after drafting this room. There has to be something in the mail room. There has to be something. This room is making... This thing is making me paranoid. Simon Peach Estate. Hey, buddy. How's it going up there in that big house? I think most people would be pretty scared being alone for this length of time. But I have a feeling you're doing just fine. I imagine you happy as a clam, perfectly content on the estate with the exploration and opportunities for adventure that present themselves each day. As I'm writing this, you're currently in the garage packing that tent I wanted to try and post this letter before we depart tomorrow, so that it has a chance to arrive during your first few days on the estate. But with all the preparations, I'm not sure I'm going to find the time. There's so much I want to say. I'm sure I'll forget to tell you Friday night. Sometimes it's easier for me to just jot this stuff down. You're telling me right now to come bring you a pillowcase. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. I can tell you're really excited, but I think you might feel a little guilty about being so happy the day after the funeral. Believe me, I know how long Uncle Herbert worked on setting this up for you, and I know from our conversations just how much happiness this final project brought him. So do us a favor, be excited. The house really is amazing. I know it's been almost 7 years since we were last up there, and I'm really curious to hear just how much you remember from those summer trips. You've always been smarter than me at this kind of thing, so I'm not sure how much guidance or inspiration I can offer before your trip that will actually be useful to you. Despite my best intentions, I'm sure that on Friday I'll end up leaving you with a few overused cliche expressions when we say farewell. Later, alligator. Dad. P.S. Get some sleep each night and don't spend all your time each day playing didgeridoo blocks. My stomach is acting up. I will be right back. Give me a second. Sorry about that. So sorry about that. For those of you that are new to knowing me, I do have a chronic stomach condition, so every now and then I may need a quick break. I tried. It's usually not too bad, and I can control it fairly easily to an extent. But some days it acts up a bit more than others. I already solved this. This would have been helpful so long ago when I solved this puzzle. Please return all correspondence packages addressed to the Denny Revan, no longer employed with our staff. Yeah, no, I only have one permanent edition left that I haven't gotten. I've gotten the West Gate, the Gemstone Cavern, and Black Ridge Grotto. And I have an idea on how to solve the... Why did he say it like that? Okay, now you're just making me extra paranoid. Because I can't tell if you're joking or not, and you're most likely not. So... Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna fit in just fine. You're just like a lot of my friends, in that sense. Yeah. Okay, I can at the very least get a key here. Which means if we go back to the dining hall or the great hall, we can actually make some progress. If I can get the broken lever, I can store it. That makes it easier to get a hold of the broken lever in the future runs. Factual statement though, the game goes way deeper than you can imagine, not just 100%. No, I've seen the archive. I've seen the archive. I've seen like the comments about the wars and all of that. I fully believe you when you say that this game goes deeper. I'm only scratching the surface. There's a whole hidden story behind this. Okay. We found a nuclear bunker. I doubt there's a nuclear bomb factory. At least I hope there isn't. I've read the notes here already. There's the antechamber. Okay. Actually, wait. What happens if I store the microchip? I don't think I'm gonna be making much more progress this run. So I am gonna store the microchip. See what happens. That's the thing. If I get another one, I can use both of them in the spot. I want to see what happens if I store this. Yeah, no, that's the end of the run here. However, there is one thing that I want to do since I do... There is a couple things I want to do. That is great. Wait, there's another dig spot here. Come on. Getting a lot of junk. Yeah, no, this is going to be the end of the run. However, I did notice I can do something with the fountain if I have a coin. And I seriously wonder what happens if I keep throwing coins in here. My guess is, if I drain the fountain, I'll be able to collect all of the coins that I used to make a wish. Razamith, I know how these kinds of games work. It's never just a fountain. It's never just throw in a coin. No, there's a very good reason for them. In any case, I'm calling it a day here. I am going to be ending the stream soon, but I want to check two things first before I end off the stream. Also, do you know what this house reminds me of? There's a real-life mansion that a woman built that she felt that she was cursed to build this mansion. Hey, Kip. Glad you can make it. I'm about to end the stream very soon. I'm just doing a couple of last-minute checks on something. But... There's something that reminds me... This game reminds me of, a story of this woman who believed that her house was cursed. And the curse was that she needed to continuously build up the house over and over again. Never stopping to finish building that house. And just as I called it, I got another microchip. But basically the curse was if she ever finished her house, she would die. So she just kept on building it and building it and building it and building it, never stopping. Yes, the Winchester Mystery House. There are doors that lead to nowhere, staircases that lead to nowhere, hallways that loop around, so many bedrooms, so many bathrooms. That's what this mansion reminds me of, in a way. Because I'm constantly just following through, going through over and over and over again. Different rooms, new rooms, old rooms. Doesn't matter. And every single day is a different experience. Because this game is never done until you say it's done. Don't you do this to me! I have the tomb here! Oh, but the shrine! But I have what I think is the answer to the tomb! You know what? No, I'm picking the tomb. I'm committing. I have what I think is the answer to the tomb. So, first up, the one with the hoe. Has pitchfork. Next up, spoon. The pitchfork. Is that the pitchfork? That's the pitchfork. Next up, duster. Or chimney sweep. Paintbrush. Or is that a broom? I think that's a broom, actually. Riding whip. Scepter. There we go. Nice eye, Barack. Nice idea. Great. I wanted to end off here, but... okay. Underground map. The excavation tunnel. Hang on. Okay. So, I talked to that machine that supposedly tells you the future. And he said that there's the door that I'm looking for is across a dark lake. The reservoir. Okay. There's something here. I can feel my brain being fried. I don't think I can continue right now. I think I'm gonna have to save and quit, but it's pointing me forward. There's something here. But what? How do I open you? I'm not seeing anything to click on. That's the thing. That is not just a plaster wall. That is not just a plaster wall. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to call it here. My brain is way too fried right now. And I also have to go eat. That has been quite the experience, and in all honesty, I did not expect someone to raid, and I do appreciate it heavily. For those of you that are still watching from the raid, um, just as a reminder, um, I stream almost every Friday, and on and off again on Wednesdays. I have been streaming more on Wednesdays lately. Now that I have time currently, but depending on my schedule, that may change. Uh, the surest way to know when I'm going to be streaming, that's going to be through my Blue Sky if you follow me there. But Wednesdays, I stream basically any kind of game that I want. Could be smaller indie games, could be more niche, lesser known games, could be a lot older games. Fridays, those are when I do long playthroughs. Right now, one of the where I'm going to be cycling through 2 to 3 different longer games, such as RPGs and stuff like that. Uh, Going through the entire game in order to get to the end. Currently in the cycle is Bug Fables, and I do plan on playing Digimon Cyber Sleuth sometime in the future. However, this Friday I am going to be playing more Bug Fables with a mod added that adds a ton new content. So it isn't just it. There's going to be some content that I'm blind to. If you're interested, give me a follow, and I'll be seeing you in the future. I appreciate everything so much. I'm still absolutely over the moon. Again, thank you, Razimith, for the raid. That was amazing. Uh, and I'll be seeing you all next time. See ya!